here in Savannah, Georgia. And what we do is we empower youth and strengthen communities by embodying the 7 principles of Kwanzaa and engaging everyone in cultural arts programming with a focus on wellness.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I've added all your information. So it's going on the scrolling banner across. Everyone can know exactly who you are, what you do, and put your website, your name, title, and all that jazz. We trying to be fancy over here.
To
You're welcome. So when did you start your organization and what led to this mission?
Yeah, so just a little bit of backstory about me. I'm actually not from Savannah. I am a transplant from originally North Carolina. What brought us here is my husband's in the military, and so we've been here for about 3.5 years now.
Mhm.
My background, what has always kept me grounded, my sense of community has always been connection to the African dance community, the large, vast African dance and drum community. And so, growing up in North Carolina, I was introduced probably at about age 4 or 5. First time
Mhm.
I saw African dance was at a Kwanzaa celebration in Durham, North Carolina. There is always a big culminating event on the first in Durham in
Mhm.
celebration of the last day of Kwanzaa. Chuck, Baba Chuck Davis, who is no longer here with us, but him and the African American Dance Ensemble would put on this big celebration at the Durham Armory. And I remember going to this big event, seeing everyone, of course, bright colors, the colors associated with Kwanzaa, and just this exciting event. But I remember seeing these dancers, and I was like, I want to do that when I get older. So that was my introduction to African dance. And so growing up in that area, that was present. There was a youth company. I don't know if you can see behind me, there's a couple pictures of
Mhm.
that youth company. I was in that youth African dance company called Collage Dance Company. And so I came up in that culture and in that community. Again, with that being what has always kept me grounded, moving around, I always seek out and connect to community through African dance. And so when I got here, I didn't know nothing about Savannah. I thought we would be a lot closer to Atlanta. I thought I was going to be running off there every week.
Nope.
I was in for a rude awakening. I did not know we were 4 hours away. So
Mhm.
got here, the first thing I was looking for was my sense of community. I was actually just going to Black-owned dance studios with the interest of putting my own daughter in dance,
Mhm.
seeking out, getting her into some activities. But I was also asking around, does anyone teach African dance here? Are there any individuals who are gathering, engaging in African dance and drumming? And the response that I got multiple times was, no, we don't do that here until February. We don't do that here. And I
Well,
was,
it's Black History Month.
yeah, that was what was insinuated. And I was like, what do you mean February? Why February? It's
Mhm.
what was it, like July? I said, why do you gotta wait till February?
Or
And then,
Juneteenth. Or Juneteenth.
right, there's like we don't really do that till February. And I was like, but we're Black 365. Why do we have to wait till not understanding? And it was really it was really, I'm not gonna say earth shattering, that's dramatic, but it just threw me off guard. I had never heard that before. That's definitely not something that I associated with. And
Right.
so when it's not there, you build it, right?
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
I started having in Forsyth Park. Now this was before I knew how hot Georgia and Savannah is, but we were me and my brother. We were in Forsyth Park on Sundays, just drumming and dancing for whoever wanted to stop by. Just
Uh-huh.
that did not last long because it was hot. It was really hot. So, but then I started to connect with people and find community through other means. And then I started teaching African dance classes in the community as people saw me teaching African dance classes. And that's not to say that no one here is teaching. There are definitely those individuals who have been connected to the African dance, drum and dance community. There's Sankofa, the long-standing company who is still teaching youth and performing. And so that's just to say the response that I got at the time. I was not connected to them. I would have loved to be connected to them in the beginning, but I started teaching class. As I started teaching class, people were asking for performances. Hey, we have this event. Can you come dance? You know anybody who can come dance? And that's not necessarily what I had my goal mindset on, but hey, sure, yeah, we can. Okay, we do have the capacity to do that, so we will, and we did. And from there, the interest continued to grow and grow and grow. Now, all that to say is how we got into being a nonprofit. This is actually, we are in our first year of being a nonprofit. Yeah, yes, it's been, we hit the ground running. We hit the ground running. The way that it came to be a nonprofit, I engaged several youth over summer for Juneteenth, for the Savannah Youth Juneteenth Fine Arts Festival at Forsyth Park. And so I just put the word out there. This was a labor of love. Just, hey, are there any youth interested in learning African dance to perform at this Youth Juneteenth Fine Arts Festival? And I got a number of responses. And so there were about 8, I want to say 8 youth that I taught over the course of 2 months. They learned, but again, they learned much more than just the steps. It is so far beyond the steps. You have to think of what these steps are rooted in, the tradition of ancestors from our distant cousins back in the continent of Africa. I'm trained in West African dance, and so most of the dances that I know and I teach are going to be coming from Guinea. And so teaching them these dances, also teaching them the history, why are we doing this, teaching them and portraying that sense of connectedness. It's called Kwanzaa 365 Connection, because the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, I always preach and display that those are not that you bring your awareness to the last 6 days and first day of the year. They are guiding principles. These are things that you can go in your everyday walk to lean in on, to model for others. And so we touched on some of those principles and how they were showing up when we were together learning these dances and preparing for this performance. And those young ladies did amazing. For, again, we were only together for 2 months. I met them about 2 days a week. We learned together, we problem solved together. They performed on stage at Forsyth Park in the amphitheater, and they did amazing. And the response that I got, again, I just did this for, hey, is anyone interested? Let's do this. And it was fun. Had no plans after that. And that's what I also engaged from the beginning. I had a meeting with the parents the first time the kids came to start learning the dances. I engaged the parents and said, hey, this is a community effort. So if I need y'all to make a group chat, if there is one parent that's having a problem with transportation, with getting their youth here, lean in on some of these other parents. We are all working towards the same goal. I had an amazing parent who donated the fabric that the kid that we made lapas out of as part of the costumes that we used in the performance. So it was a community and group effort. And that's what I wanted to display and bring them in to be a part of. And they rose to the occasion. And then after the performance, they were like, okay, so what's next? What are we doing? Hey, what are we doing? I said, oh, okay, well, I hadn't really thought that far, but like, give me some time. I'll put something together. And that's when I came to the conclusion of Kwanzaa 365 Connection. And so we hit the ground running. That performance was in June. We had a fundraising dance fest for my birthday at the end of August. We just had the first annual Afro Wellness Dance Conference at the Cultural Arts Center. We partnered with the Y Bar, we partnered with the Beach Institute, and we had a whole day of dance classes, a yoga class, and community partners who were presenting and vendors who were presenting about work that they are doing in the community
Mm-hmm.
around health and wellness. And it was a free dance showcase for community members. It was a great event. I look forward to doing it next year in September. And I will be sending out dates for everyone to mark their calendar for that too. Because bigger. And that's how we get, and that's where we are today.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So do you have any type of like, I mean, because you teach classes and things like that. So you do have any like holiday offers and sales and specials for like teaching and all that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. So we are coming up on giving season. We will be having a campaign requesting donations, but because I only teach weekly on Tuesdays and at the African American Health and Information Resource Center, and then
Mm-hmm.
on the second and fourth Wednesdays at the Beach Institute, and everybody is like, we need more classes. I said, okay, I'm only one person, but I hear y'all. So we are going to be having many, many more pop-up classes. So you can pay $30 and you can come to 6 classes throughout the month of December.
Very nice. Very cool. Love that. Good. So be sure to follow Imani. She is on Instagram. Are you on Facebook, love?
I am personally on Facebook, Imani Poole. The nonprofit is not on social work yet, but you can definitely follow me, Imani Poole, on Facebook, and I post everything that I'm doing. I share everything that everybody else is doing. That connected and maybe even not connected, but I'm all about sharing the wealth of information. So follow me on Facebook also, Imani Poole.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you. Definitely gonna come check you out because I'm also in the Savannah area.
Yeah.
So for sure. Yeah, definitely. Keep me posted on anything that you got going on. I would be more than happy to tag other people, share it, all that good stuff for you so that your business can flourish. And thank you so much for just being who you are and stepping into the purpose. I know sometimes the calling is hard as hell.
Yes.
And we answer to it, so it's just like we gotta do it.
Yeah. Because it nags you. It nags you.
Child, tell me about it.
Right.
I was like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "Damn it! I guess I got to." Okay, I'm gonna sit here now. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me and being able to share what is going on in Savannah.
Yes,
See you and anyone else who is interested in any upcoming events, classes, and everything else we got going on.
sounds good. I love it. All right, we'll talk soon. Take care. Thank you.